Business opportunities between India and Russia. So that is the video I want to discuss today. So before starting this, I would just request you to bear with my whatever that video quality or the sound quality, because as you know this is out of my it is not a commercial venture for me. This is just I want to share whatever little knowledge or little things I know with the overall people. So once as and when I make start making some money and I get more resources, then I can invest that resources in this technology upgradation, like new phone, or say new camera, or new some equipments for sound recording. So that is why I apologize if it is of any poor quality, but please bear with this. And welcome. So what are the business opportunities? Because many times I keep on getting many inquiries from many companies and business men from India regarding that they want to do this business or trade with this Russia, and what are the opportunities. And so I thought of why not make a short crisp video regarding the ground level realities and my perspective from a realistic practical view, that what businesses or what sectors can be opportunities to looked in, and what are only just what are the sectors which are just for talks, but realistically it's a waste of time to try to explore anything, and time waste on because that those businesses may not happen at all. So even though there can be, it looked like from the far of very big opportunity. So let me start with this. From India, what are the generally, as you know, in the from time immemorials, from many years, this established businesses which are trading or items which are imported into Russia from India are basically food items, Indian food, and particularly tea, coffee, and medicines, pharmaceuticals, Ayurveda. So these are the key things, and also the textile in a to a certain extent. So these are the basically main things, or the main items which are from imported from India, and which has opportunity, or which are already existing businessmen, mid level companies are there catering to these segments. Then there is a lot of talk about many a businessman, many a mid-level Indian engineering companies. They approach me, asking me that we want to sell our this engineering goods in India to Russia. So can you find us the partners who would be? So that is the reason I just want to clarify is that many of these mid-level engineering companies from MSME sectors catering to, say, like products like water filtration technologies, or for food processing industries, some items or equipments. And so for all these even for tractors, suppose for all this kind of businesses, I would suggest that there is not much opportunity, in the sense that Russia has all this kind of technologies already existing their industries markets. And from Europe, so many of companies, most of these German, Italian companies, French companies are existing in Russia and manufacturing such things. So it's really it's not only difficult, but it doesn't make sense. You should explore the opportunities where there is not much there is space, in the sense not many people have catered to that segment, and there is not much still there is a lot of scope and not many players are there. So that is the reason I would advise that there are more opportunities from Russia to India rather than the vice versa. Okay, so because Russia has so much to offer, be it resources, natural or synthetic, man-made resources, be it technology, be it defense, be it space, be it chemicals and fertilizers. So all these spaces, and even in agricultural, though a lot of things can be, are coming from India, but there are a lot of opportunities also existing, which can be translated from Russia to India. So there are more business opportunities existing from Russia to India rather than the vice versa. So that is what I wanted to make this video for, because most of the Indian businessmen, they come with a lot of hopes. They approach, they try to explore, they say that we are doing this in the European market, now we want to. So it's a different aspect. European market, maybe Europe is made up of different countries, and level of technology or modernization, as well as the level of prosperity, varies in the different parts of the different countries of Europe, and according to that there can be a scope for the Indian companies and technologies. But the same cannot be. Yes, sitting in Russia, because Russia being the center of all the CIS, so you can have a headquarter, or you can be in Russia and then explore this peripheral markets of CIS countries like, say, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan. So that may, but these are all very small markets, like so Armenia, Azerbaijan, very small markets. So for most of this, the opportunities exist from Russia to India, is like in technology. So defense, anyway, leave it defense, because it's a too big, and it's involves all this big government to government, mostly companies, or the big Indian conglomerates or conglomerates can be interested. They will directly be doing also, So there is this. But this other thing exists in form of chemicals and fertilizers. So a lot of this new technology, fertilizers and new tech things Russia has developed. So there is a scope for that from Russia to India to trade that. Then there are the defense we already talked about is. Then the ferrous and non-ferrous and the natural resources. So already those companies are anyway doing, but still there is this scope for this coal and coking coal and coal related resources. Oil and gas, anyway, India Russia collaboration is happening. Indian companies have invested in Russia, and Russian company has also invested in India in a big way. So this is that. Then there is a opportunity from India, can be some very niche opportunity lies in men's wear, like particularly this cotton menswear, like cotton shirts. That can be a big opportunity. But I have not seen many Indian players, existing brands in the shirts. They're trying to explore this market, because in Russia it can be a very big, good market, because there is a craze for this pure cotton shirts, good quality cotton shirts from India at reasonable price, and which I am sure, which if the Indian companies are interested in, or Indian businesses are interested in, they can come and explore, and also try to set up. The only that the main problem which lies with most of these so-called mid-level and small medium level companies from India is that they are very reluctant to spend money or invest money, even for market survey or even for doing anything. They just want to find some partner who will do for them. That the way the businesses don't happen. If you look at many of these Russian companies, mid-level Russian companies also, I know few of them, they have started doing work in India. They have established companies, offices, they have spent money. But Indian companies are reluctant to do that. So that is where the issue is there. So if you really want to do, and particularly, first of all, I would suggest that there is, as I told you, that for this engineering or this kind of, mid-level, those kind of companies, there is not much existing, because Russia has everything. Russia has more than 200 institutes from 100 years old working on this water. 200 different scientific institutes and the universities only on water technology, whether it is hot water, hydrology, oceanography, high pressure water, low pressure water, thermal water, steam water, that kind of a you so. And then there are this welding technology. There are some few hundred institutes. This welding technology in Russia had started in the 18th century. So there is this place. So Russia has a lot of things to offer, this technology and all this in space. So India, I don't find many much opportunity for the Indian so-called this mid-level and small level Indian companies and businesses. They try to find market in Russia and try to sell their product. I think it will be difficult. So that is why I made this video to explore this, that which are the sectors which can be the sectors from India which can be looked into. Is that ferroalloys, again this for the steel and other. So it is imported from India and from other space. So there is a still lot of scope for that items to come from India. Then the agriculture products, anyway it's coming, tea, coffee, all this existing sugar, spices, Ayurveda is coming, but that is also coming in a small and unorganized way. It's not coming in an organized way. There are not many players in organized players, Indian players in Russia, because for each item, for anything you have to register, and there is a lot of cost involved into that regarding product registration and the complexity also. So that pharma anyway is doing. So from and this textile, as I told you, there is a scope for this Indian men's wear, particularly the shirt, from which existing players from India can come and tie up with some of this here, some of these companies or Indian business people who are already dealing into this textile businesses. But other than that, my suggestion is that you should not, it's all the scope is from Russia. Russia has many things to offer: technology, resources, agricultural technology, defense resources, agriculture resources, all kinds of resources and chemicals, fertilizer, new things. So this is where that opportunities exist, and that is where people like me also come into play. Is that we offer this my expertise or advice of my contacts with the working in Russia since last few years, and having established a fair bit of contacts as well as the understanding of the Russian businesses and how they work. So this is just a short video I wanted to post regarding these opportunities between India and Russia. That's it from my side. If you like, you please put a like, and if you can share it with the maximum people, and if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. That's it from my side. Ciao from Neeraj.